the Emmanuel Lutheran class of 2012 graduate tonight. I am very honored to be able to say that over my years at Emmanuel, I have achieved one of the things I wanted most, being valedictorian. I've had straight A's all my life until one very, very mean teacher, Mrs. Winter, gave me a B+ in the 4th grade. It was a big deal to me then, but I had to let it go. Getting that B+ made me try even harder because I knew I had a lot of competition with 2 of my best friends, Allison and Sarah. Even though we knew only one of us could get valedictorian, we tried our hardest and still helped each other when needed. Right now, I want to say congratulations to both of them for all their hard work they have done to get the grades they have earned, because I know how much it's going to help them in the future. Emmanuel has prepared us so much for the future. They're the academics, the family environment, the athletics, and the growth of faith. First, the academics were so helpful to me. When we used to play school at my neighbor's house, I would have to help them with their homework. They're 3 years older than me. That shows that Emmanuel has some advanced academics and that they're better than most schools. At Emmanuel, the teachers are not just our teachers. They are like our teachers and our guidance counselors. Our teachers at Emmanuel are very different. When I say that, I mean they don't just teach and give us work. They help us with our work when we are stuck and teach us what we are doing wrong. I say they are like our guidance counselors because we can go with them with our problems and they will help us try to solve them. Teachers, thank you so much for your help over my 11 years here. I know it will help me to get through my 4 years of high school. I know from my own experience that my sister has so much fun at her high school. But just because she has fun doesn't mean there isn't hard work involved. I know that at her school, she has some very hard work in her honors classes that I'm going to have to take a step up and be ready for the hard work to come. Second, there is the family environment. When I started Emmanuel in the PK3, there was Ray, Shelby, Hunter, and Austin. Everyone else has been in class since just about 5th grade, except for Bailey. She came in the 7th grade. My class has been through so much together, like Preach It in the 5th grade, to all the drama in the 7th and the beginning of 8th grade. From Operation Flashlight, to both track and field days, to finger painting and art, and all the way to the class trip. Through all of this, the 16 of us have become so close. We fight just like brothers and sisters, but then again, we make up like them too. We aren't just a class anymore. We're a family. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for making my years at Emmanuel the best I could have ever asked for. Next, there are the athletics. First, I want to thank all the teachers and volunteers that have helped coach my teams at Emmanuel. Emmanuel might be really small, but we have some very athletic people, and we work as a team to get far and win our games. Over the years that I have played sports here, my team has won the championship in basketball once and been undefeated in soccer so many times I can't even count. The athletics here are outstanding. I know I've already thanked my coaches, but there's one coach that stands out and has made the biggest impact on my life ever. Coach Scott, thank you so much. I'm going to miss the joking around at practices when it was okay. And then again, being as serious as we could until we died laughing. I'm going to miss you beating me in the warm-up laps at track and giggling when I would complain because you made me do something I didn't want to. Coach, I love you so much. I want to let you know that all your hard work you have put into helping me and everyone else has really helped to improve all my skills. The last person I want to thank is Mrs. Judy Harris. I want to thank her because in the 1st grade, she pushed me to get the time in the shuttle run so I could get the Presidential Fitness Award. And since then, I've earned it every year. If it were not for her, I wouldn't have learned the lesson that you have to work as hard as you can in order to achieve what you want. This will help me to push myself to make the soccer and basketball teams in high school because I know if I don't show the coaches all I have, then I won't make the team. Lastly is the growth in faith I've had in my faith at Emmanuel. At Emmanuel, we have religion class every day, except for Wednesdays when the whole school gathers for chapel. Religion class to me was the part of the day that I had to hear stories from the Bible that I already knew. I found that kind of boring. I liked the class when we talked about real life situations, not old time stuff from the Bible. And all the real life situations that could happen to me, there was always a story from the Bible tied in with them. I liked that, and it really helped me learn more about Jesus and what to do. At Emmanuel, talking about Jesus is a normal thing. I know next year when I go to a public high school, that it won't be a normal thing anymore. I know that some people might not even know Jesus. Here at Emmanuel, we could always go and talk to our teachers about Jesus. I know I found religion class boring sometimes, but during that class, it was the time of day that brought me to think about my day and how my actions are affecting others. Religion class also brought me to a time where I could pray. At high school, some of us will still have religion class, but Tamara, Justin, and I won't. We won't have that specific time to pray and think about how we are affecting others. We will have to do that on our own. Mr. Barnes has been my religion teacher for the past 2 years now. He has taught me that in high school, I'm going to have to know right from wrong, as well as be able to put myself with a good group of friends and to be myself around those friends. Thank you, Mr. Barnes. My parents sent me to Emmanuel because they wanted me to have a good education and for me to have a time to place my feet on the firm foundation of Jesus Christ my Lord. Next year in high school, it's going to be completely different than at Emmanuel. It's going to be about 10 times bigger. We are going to have to get into a habit of doing what we have learned at Emmanuel. I'm thankful for our parents, teachers, pastors, and other staff members that have prepared us. I want to thank my parents. Mom, Dad, thank you so much for sending me here so I could have a firm foundation in Jesus and be prepared for my future out in the big girl world at Arlington. I also want to thank all the teachers, pastors, and other staff members I've had. Y'all don't realize how much you mean to each and every one of us. Thank you for all your time you have put into helping us out on our journey through Emmanuel. I also want to give a big thanks to Mrs. Nancy because she has taught me how to eat some good food. And that will help me, well, that won't really help me, but thank you. Mrs. Pudwell, I'm sorry that you had to put up with us for 1 whole year, but you made it as well as we did. Thank you for putting up with all our attitudes, back-talking, lying, yelling, fighting, and whatever else we did to make your life hectic. Also, thanks for all you did, because I know sometime in the future that is going to help us realize that we need to help others. You definitely made my 8th grade the best, and I couldn't have asked for it any better. Mr. Browning, if you didn't see this coming, you should have. This is the part I snuck in after your approval. I know my life would be very different if you had taken a call to any other Lutheran school, and I know there were many. That just goes to show how great of a principal we have. Thank you for all you have done the past 7 years for our class. I want to thank all my classmates. Y'all made my last year at Emmanuel amazing. In my sister's valedictorian speech, she said, "I love these guys so much, and we definitely set the bar high for the classes to follow." I'm talking to you, Ingeborg. With her saying that, I'm going to say, we definitely set the bar even higher than her class did for the classes to follow. I'm talking to you, Taylor Peterman. To sum it all up, I want to do something like Sarah did. We will encourage others, we will make good grades, we will be good influences, we will follow rules, we will help others, we will accomplish great things, we will try our hardest, and we will always honor God. This audience, the class of 2012, is the craziest, funniest, and most amazing class ever. Trust me, I will know.